Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create a sliding accordion that looks like this. Let's go into Rise here, and this is our code block, and if you hover over it, you can see that the image expands as well. If I click on View More, it has more information, and you can see that more options down here as well. So as I go through the different parts, it just automatically expands like that. So this is a learning prompt that I'm going to show you how to use, but I'm going to show you a new tool that I've created. It is a free tool that you can go ahead and get to by going to prompts.learningdojo.app. Let me go ahead and sign out here. And all you have to do is click on sign up down at the bottom. So if I sign in here, you can see that it now has my prompt library that I can search for a lot of different learning prompts kind of out of the box here. So if I want to search for different games, scenarios, interactive prompts, simulations, study tools, quizzes as well. And I'm going to continue to build upon this library. So you can come back in here and look for these different prompts. Now, these are just different inspiration prompts. If you like what's here, great. If you want to customize what's here, you can actually customize it. If you want to find something that you want to save for later, then you can come in here and just click on this bookmark button. And when you click on the bookmark button, you can come up to My Prompts, and you can see that it's now inside of the My Prompts area. If you want to create your own prompts, you can come in here and click on New Prompt. This allows you to create something. Let's go ahead and say challenge, and let's just do challenge 1. Now you can write out your own prompts. So create a game, and then anything that you want to change inside of your prompt, anything that every time you copy this is going to be a new parameter. So anything like right here, create a game all about, and then this is where I don't know exactly what it's going to be. So I'll just put it inside of brackets and then capitalize topic. So now when I copy this prompt, it's going to ask me to input the value of the topic. What topic do you want to cover now? So every time I come back in and I reuse this, and this is the beauty of the tool, every time I reuse this prompt, I don't have to type everything out. I basically just fill out the topic, and then it will copy that, and I can paste it inside of Claude, or I can paste it inside of ChatGPT. That was the real beauty of this, because I was reusing prompts and I was showing people how to use prompts, but I had them all over the place in different files and different notes and everything like that. So this is just a way for me to keep track of all the different prompts and reuse them easily and allow other people to use them. Now, if you did want to share that out with the community, all you have to do is click on Share in Library, and that will actually put it inside of the library that other people can copy and paste. It won't edit your original. It just basically allows people to copy and paste it for themselves. If you don't want to do that, then it's just yours. It's just inside of My Prompts, and nobody else has access to it. Now, if you don't know exactly what you want, you can click on AI Assistant, and this will allow you to customize it. It will let you know that anything inside of brackets, it's going to be replaceable. And so let's come in here and say, create a challenge learning game that has a slider that moves up while you, or when you get questions correct. So if I hit enter, it will give you a prompt that you can use. If you want to go back and forth, you can say, hey, don't use this prompt, or let's change this part of it. You can go back and forth. But if I click on use as prompt, now it has all of that with different difficulty levels, number of sections, topics, and so forth. Now, if I click on save prompt, it now has it there, so I can come in and I can copy this. Now here is the different inputs where I can input, okay, number of questions, difficulty, topic as well, and then just click on copy. Now notice here, centered on topic. Well, that's where you change it. But I'm gonna, because we're covering the sliding accordion, which I'm gonna cover all the different ones here in various videos. So in future videos, come back and we'll see, okay, how do I do the Venn diagram? And things like that. So make sure you come back and check that out. But for now, we're just going to focus on the sliding accordion. So I'm going to come back into the sliding accordion. And if you want to read more about this, you can. But I'm going to click on show less and then click on copy. Now I can define the number of accordions and I can define the topic. So let's go ahead and say standards of conduct for a company. How we act at the Acme Inc. company, okay? And then you can say the button text, view more, this, because each accordion will have like a view more, or you can just define that to be whatever you want. I'm gonna copy and paste in my Learning Dojo blue here, and then let's say this is going to be an easy level. Now, if I click on copy, it will copy that, and I can come into Claude and I can just go ahead and paste that. But notice this is where it basically changes out the values. So in the values, if I put 4 accordions, it'll have 4. If I put 6, it'll have 6. And so you can define it and reuse it every single time. That's where you'd want to put anything that changes inside of brackets. And so now you don't have to just copy the entire text. You just input the different things that change every time you reuse this prompt and then paste it right into your AI. This is not designed to be exhaustive. So if there are things like, okay, here's the text for each of my accordions, I'd probably want to put that in a Word document, Excel file, or something like that, and attach that with this prompt. This is supposed to be the initial prompt. So you will need to go in and iterate on it and add to it as you start to go back and forth. But with this initial prompt, I'm able to store things that I want to create, like different types of learning interactions. But I'll warn you, every time you prompt something, it's going to be slightly different. Even if I take the exact same prompt with the exact same inputs that I created inside of Claude and do 2 different chats, it's going to be different. That's just how AI is, unless I define the style a little bit more. If I define the style and I say exactly these colors, exactly these dimensions, that's how you can create more consistency. And if you wanted to add that to your prompts inside of the prompt tool, go ahead and do that. So that's one way to create if you wanted to have a style guide, or if you want to check out my projects tool, that's where you can have like style guides. You can have different types of, okay, this is how we address people as well. You can put that inside of your projects. And if you have it inside of your projects as like documents that you've attached, every time you use one of these prompts from the prompt library, it will adhere to all that information automatically. So that's a way to create consistency across your different prompts. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for this to generate, and then we're going to copy and we're going to paste this into Rise, and then we're going to see the type of interaction that we get. So let's go ahead and wait for this to finish here. All right, so we have it generated. Like I mentioned, you could take the same prompt and you can do it twice and you'll get a different result. And also something to keep in mind, and I've covered this with my Claude Basics as well, is the images. It will use images, but for some reason inside of the Claude app, if you do this online, I'm not sure. I think you'll result in the same issue, but it doesn't have the images. But this is where I'd start to iterate. You're not going to have everything perfect with that initial prompt. You will need to go in and you will need to iterate. So if I come in here and I just hover over the different parts, you can see that it expands out. This is great. So now I can just come in here to view more and see additional information about that. Now, if I wanted to change this, instead of hover, what I can do is say, okay, when you click on it, then it will do this, or it will expand out. So let's go ahead, and you can see right here, it has like a number 3 as well. I may not want that. So this is not going to be perfect initially. You need to go in and you need to say, okay, use this text, now do this, now change this. So you will be iterating on it. It's not going to be perfect to begin with. If you go in and change the prompt and you always want this, you always want that, then that will be added to every single thing. Or like I mentioned, going into the projects and having some details inside of your projects is a way to make it more consistent as well. But from here, I'm going to go ahead and just click on copy. Now I'm going to go into Rise, and right below this, let's add another code block. And coming into the code block here, now I can just come in and click on edit and just paste in that code block. Now it adds in that information, which looks a whole lot better with the images in the background. So you can see it kind of expands out. If I click on view more, it doesn't have the image there, but I could also have the image displayed on top of that as well. When I've done this same prompt before, it would have that image on the top of the modal. So again, just every single time you use the prompt, it will change it a little bit unless you refine the prompt, or unless you go into your projects and have that, whatever the definition and style you want in your projects already defined. So that is pretty much the prompts tool. So if you come in here and you start to add to the prompts, if you add it to the library, it will be available for everybody to go in and add. As you start to add the prompt, there will be a place, which is not right now, but there will be a place for you to add a category as well, which that will then inside of the library display in one of these categories, or you can create your own category on that. So hopefully this tool is helpful for you. If you do like it, you can also contribute to it by coming up to the top here, and you can contribute that if you wanted to. And that helps with hosting, helps with adding more prompts, and just maintaining the tool as well. But that's optional. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below to the prompt tool exactly, so you can just go ahead and check that out. But also, if you like this video, head on over to my YouTube channel, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, as well as hit the bell notification so you get notified of all future videos as they come out. That really helps my channel, allows me to reach more people like yourself who are trying to extend and customize learning to go beyond what's out of the box as well. If you want to check out more, you can head on over to my website at learningdojo.ninja. Here you can check out all the other apps that I have, additional free apps. You can also check out courses covering everything from A to Z in Articulate Storyline 360, Vibe Coding Fundamentals, which I've recorded everything, and I'm just finishing up the editing, JavaScript for Storyline, AI Assistant for Storyline, XAPI Fundamentals, Articulate Rise, Custom SCORM, and more. You can also check out all my previous blog posts here, download free templates, and more. You can also join the community, and so you get alerted of all new posts as they come out. That's all I have for today, so thanks everyone. I'll see you next time.